I'm here to give you some information related back to the New Albany School District. We're trying to make sure that we do these informational sessions the week after each of our board meetings. We feel it is very important that you as parents and members of our school district have the opportunity to gain valuable information to the insight and the workings of our school district. First, I want to take a moment and thank all of our teachers, students, and parents for the tireless work, the tireless effort that you've put in working through the issues that we've had with COVID. I know that it's been very difficult with hybrid schedules and synchronous instruction and full virtual, and parents having to swap their work schedules around to be able to accommodate to care for their children. I'm very sorry for all those issues, but thank you so much for all that you've done and for all the success. Your willingness to do the things that you've done are directly related to the success that we've had. A couple of other pieces. We've completed our new technology rollover. Every student in grades pre-K through 12 now have a new iPad. It's the latest, most up-to-date iPad available. We also provided those same iPads for all of our students, as well as all of our teachers. All of our teachers also got a new laptop. That laptop is a more robust laptop than the one that you had previously. It's actually a MacBook Pro, which the operating system is much greater, and it allows you to have much more flexibility, and it provides that power you need to ensure that the virtual learning and the streaming goes well. So we felt that additional investment was very important, and we thank you for all the stuff that you're doing with that device. It's definitely been put to work very quickly with all the things we have going on with COVID. Also, with our House Bill 1788 money, Mr. Garrett worked with Max South, our local cable internet provider, to ensure that we were being very effective in the spending of that money. Some of the things that happened as a result of that is you see the Wi-Fi access points on the outside of each of our buildings all across the school district, as well as he worked with Max South to provide internet access to over 200 homes in our annexed area. In years past, those homes did not have access to internet. So if you live in our annexed area and you don't currently have internet, please contact Max South and just see if you can actually be hooked up. This is a great thing because we're providing that equity with access to internet that a lot of our students didn't have beforehand. So thank you very much for all the work that was put into that. I want to speak just a little bit about our Teachers of the Year and Administrator of the Year. Our Teachers of the Year at each of our schools, at our high school was Miss Shelley Dodson, at our middle school was Miss Lindsay Dunn, at our elementary school was Miss Shayna Daniel, our Career and Technical Center was Miss Kimberly Langley, and at our alternative school was Miss Tammy Allman. Congratulations to Miss Shayna Daniel on being selected as the New Albany School District Teacher of the Year, as well as Mr. Paul Henry, the principal at New Albany Middle School, is being selected as the Administrator of the Year. All your hard work from an instructional standpoint is becoming very evident. Just as all of you know, we still are operating the very same way with the very same expectations that we have every year for all of our students and teachers, parents, community. That's become, in the last couple of weeks, that's become very evident in seeing the results of our progress monitoring assessments. We're actually seeing gains over what we expected. We're seeing increases over what the finishing percentages were last year. So that's proof. That should solidify in your mind the great work that you're doing and all that extra planning and extra work that's gone into play, and to be able to plan to teach synchronously as well as in person at the same time. It's working. I know it's not the most ideal situation, but I think that it's safe to say that everyone has become accustomed and we've kind of gotten a groove. So it's going very, very well. So just know that work you're doing is paying off. We are seeing positive results as a result of that. So thank you very, very much. We're finishing up the last of our work with our bond proceeds. We have just a couple small little things, but for the most part, we're done. Any other upgrades that are taking place will be done at a later date. So I appreciate all of you. Again, I appreciate our community for them supporting the election of that bond and it being passed with that 93% passage rate. That's unheard of. So I deeply appreciate you and your support of the New Albany School District, as well as that support is not just for the school district, it's for the students and the teachers and everything that's tied in with that. So thank you again. The last piece I wanted to bring up is also another very exciting piece. This year, we've had several grants that have actually come in. Miss Melanie Shannon is instrumental in the process of writing those grants and us securing those funds. Right now, we've had over $475,000 in grant funds to come in, and all that supports labs that we have, STEM lab, Skill Pathway 2030 lab, STEM labs, our Imagine lab, and as well as different projects that we have across our school district. So sometimes people don't realize the amount of work and the amount of money that comes in through grants. And understand, we would not have that money if it weren't for the individuals that are willing to put in the time to ensure that we receive those grants. So thank you again to Miss Melanie Shannon for all her work with that. Again, we plan on bringing these updates to you after each board meeting. So I hope this has been informative. If you need anything, you know where my office is. Feel free to call, and I'd love to speak to you anytime.